Hey everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm using the Magical Dogs deck. I love this deck. It's so like flexible and easy to shuffle. You can, if you like, riffling, you can easily. Well, they're pretty slippery, but they're easy to bend. So anyway, I am going to read for Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. So I'm allowing for reversals there. Let's see what it is that we need to know in order to grow, in order to heal, in order to manifest what we're, in order to open to. Well, there we go. We've got the Five of Swords there. So Five of Sky, but it's straight up. Okay, so that's our theme. Let me draw a couple more cards. Of course, always, as always, aligning with the laws of love, truth, and light, wisdom, all that good stuff. What is it that we need to know in order to heal? Okay, so the two other cards. All right. Oh, straight up. And Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Fire Alpha Female. So this would be the Queen of Wands. Ooh, that's a pretty puppy. Well, she's an adult. But they're all straight up. Wow. Okay. So that makes it easier to see the images better. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Maybe let's see. Let's see if I can lift it up. I don't have the. I don't want to mess with my tripod because it's a pain. But I do have this container right here. Maybe I can put the cards up closer. Oh yeah, that works. So you can see the beautiful images. Well, not wanting to stay there, but does that fit? Let's see if I go this way a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here's our theme with the Five of Swords. Now, you can see in the image, it's one thing I love about this deck is the artist in, well, they have kept pretty darn strictly to the, the traditional Rider-Waite. So with the Five of Swords, you can see he's got them. He's got the sword. He's got the, well, they look like wands to me, but these are swords in this deck. And he's got everything, but he lost his friends. They're like, okay, well, he's got them, but let's go, because we need something that he's got, and he's going to hold on to them. Maybe he bet them, I could only imagine. So the Five of Swords is all about our deepest inner conflict. And I do remember that yesterday we did have the Five of Wands that came in that had to do with that struggle. And I did quite a long reading on the, the challenges that come in when you're in that place of, that place where you grew up as a little one, only getting your connection or getting most of your connection with your parents and caretakers and family members and teachers and things like that and friends. But, the original wounding always starts with the parents, caretakers, where you get your connection through conflict, through conflicting, combative, arguing, pushy, aggressive. Even if it's passive aggressive, that's still aggressive. Those types of relationships. You get hardwired into that place where you think that that's how you relate. But then later on, as you're wanting deeper levels of intimacy, and deeper connections that are really, that are truly loving, we have to shed those patterns. And that can often be, the deepest wounding with the Five of Swords, because, it's about arguments all the time and feeling defeated and needing to defeat others in order to maintain your position. And it doesn't work out. And in fact, it creates that place where you're shut out. I mean, look at all these doggies here. It's snowing out, and here's the home where there's the light and the warmth, and they've got their water, but there's no fire going here, and they're trying to stay warm, and they're not allowed in the house. And there's even at least they have some shelter, but it's torn open, and it's cold, and they're lonely. And, this is the traditional Five of Pentacles, where we're in some sense of feeling lost, experiencing loss. It's often, it's often dire straits. But for sure in relationship, because these are these are all relationship-oriented cards, and here with the Five of Pentacles, we're in that area of being rejected. And it could even be a breakup. Both of these cards here. I mean, there's a breakup from the home here. There's a breakup from this person here. And then the fire, alpha female. So the Queen of Wands, maybe, and I read directionally, she's got her back turned to these other ones. Maybe she's trying to teach, maybe she's the one that owns this home back here, and she's trying to teach these other people how to be. Maybe that's what's going on. So she could relate, the Queen of Wands could relate to the place that we all have inside, where we're passionate, but we're strong and we're independent, and we're not going to take anything. We're just not going to take anything anymore. So if this is where you are, and especially if, now, see, if she would have showed up over here and these two cards would have been, pushed down this way, I would say the task is to confront in a loving way, like I spoke about yesterday. So I won't go back into that again, because you can just, rewatch that video if it didn't sink in. And, the first time you're hearing something, it usually takes a few repetitions to really get it. But anyway, This is like somebody who, to me, that has done the work to confront in a loving way, and now she's setting her boundary. That's what it looks like to me. A strong, independent boundary, because she's headed in the direction she wants to go. And if these guys that don't want to get into alignment with what is loving, because the Wands, the Queen of Wands and King of Wands, they are natural leaders. They are powerful. They're inspiring, and they're not going to put up with anything that doesn't align with the laws of love. Usually. Now, if this card had come through reversed, it would have an entirely different meaning. But not the way these cards came through. So on another level, we could just say for ourselves, when we're in those places of our deepest inner conflicts, right here with the Five of Swords, the best thing we can do is to not reject ourselves, but look and see how we got here. What has caused this rejection from that loving woman, or the loving life force that's out there that can be very, very nurturing and strong? And if this doesn't apply to relationship at all, but you're working with a place in yourself where you're kind of battling with yourself, and you're especially you're battling with financial issues, and you're thinking that there's something wrong with you, she comes in to say, think again. Think again, because you're beautiful, you're golden, you're full of love. You know, she's there to help you get back into the strength of who you truly are on the deepest, you know, life force levels. She's a really, really, you know, usually fair. It's the fair part that's inside of us that is that stands up for equality. That stands up for, because there's so much honor, you know, within this, where they usually fight for the underdog. They usually stand up to any bullying. So maybe there was some bullying going on with all these puppies and doggies, and she said, we ain't having that no more. It's like, you know, homie, don't play that game no more. And so she's waiting for them to get their lessons. And so if this is for ourselves, your higher self, this can be our highest self who is waiting for us to wake up and smell the cat box or smell the coffee or whatever it is. And our, you know, our higher selves, that aspect of ourselves is just going to love ourselves through it, but, you know, never going to leave. But it's about coming back to the power of who you truly are. So these inner conflicts and places where we reject ourselves, those places inside of us need to heal in order to come back into this much power. Yeah. So, okay, well, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments, and I'll do my best. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.